how would you feel about a federal election during the pandemic?
I'd be all for another election. I got nothing to get. I mean, any time is a good time to vote in someone else. You know, I'm not big on Trudeau at all.
I don't think it's a good time. Everybody's going through the pandemic and everything. You should wait till it's over, I think.
I don't think it would be a good idea.
Why is that?
Well, just because of the people having to get out and be in contact with each other. And I also wonder if everyone would get out to vote. I think a lot of people might not vote.
Anytime we have an election, it's fine with me. I don't think it'll make any difference one way or the other. So, yeah, have at it.
I think there's enough going on already. I don't need complications. Yeah. Okay. So I would be negative on that.
and why? Can you elaborate?
Just too much going on. I've got a channel running in my head, the COVID channel, and I don't need. They can wait. We're not doing anything ridiculous. Everybody, there's no hurry.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think it'd be a waste of time.
Same here.
I don't think that the way the parties are right now, I doubt if there'd be any change. I think it would still end up being a minority government, and I think the government should concentrate on the economy and looking after the coronavirus. I wouldn't want to waste time on an election right now, especially there's so much time left in the mandate.
I think it would cause too much chaos. I mean, if you look south of the border, this is a pretty poor example because we're dealing with somebody who had no plan at all. But I think the transference of power could potentially cause issues. And I think at this particular time, it wouldn't hurt everybody just to wait a year.
It would be a little bit scattered to think about a federal election, but I'd be happy to see a new whole batch of possibilities there, a new administration and everything. But it would probably be hard to pull off in the midst of this.
I don't think we need a federal election at this point. I don't think the Conservative leader has had enough time to get himself known. So I think it would be unfair. I think Mr. Trudeau would have a little bit of a leg up there. That said, I am quite pleased with the way Mr. Trudeau is handling the affairs. So,
if the election time is coming up, then yeah, they should do it, right? Because there is a time frame on it. But I don't think it's the best time to go for election or to know people's opinion. If people are busy or worried about their COVID stuff. So yeah.
We don't need to spend that kind of money. We need to spend that money on helping people and COVID and vaccines and things like that. I mean, those are the important things. An election, no, not at this point.
I feel like it would be an inconvenience to the population and unjustified overall, because it would take a matter of stability that we don't have currently.
Well, if it needs to be, it needs to be. Why, there's nothing that they're going to do revolving around my answer. So if they want to have an election, they'll have an election.
Well, if it was necessary, I would say okay, but to be quite honest, I don't think that it would be a wise move.
I don't think it's time to do an election at any time. I think we got to focus on the virus right now, getting healthy. The only reason why a politician would do it is in their favor, really, because they'd be saying, we would do this or we would do that, or, you know, we've done this great, like the Liberals have done pretty good. I'm not a Liberal, but they did pretty good with, you know, coming to the people and giving them the funding. But so I feel like that would be something that they would try to do an election right now to go in their favor. But no, we don't have time for an election right now.
So right now it really needs to be about making sure that we're looking after our fellow citizens. There's no time for arguing about politics. It's life or death.
Maybe it's a possibility in the fall if it needs to happen, but I wouldn't think it'd be something to go forward with just yet.
I would say no. Like, it's just not called for, I don't think, at the time, so nah.
I'd prefer to wait till after the pandemic. I know a lot of people vote absentee ballots and things like that, but I'd prefer to wait to get the full vote of the country out with no worry of pandemic virus or any of that kind of stuff.
Well, we went through in New Brunswick there, and I think it went well. I don't know, people, you know, from Canada, my opinion there, I'm not against, but maybe it should wait a bit.
About the same as the provincial election. I feel that while it's
A normal election, I feel, would be fine, but I don't think it's time to call for a change of leadership at the moment. I think it's something that we should definitely not push back just because of COVID, but I don't think we should call an early one if that's what it came to. I think everything's doing fine. I think it just needs to, they need to start thinking about us at the bottom rather than what's going on at the top of things.